Hi, my name is Tessa, and I'm a beginner costume designer. Over the years, a few people have told me I should record my process in a blog or video, but this is the first time I've really considered doing that. This video will show the progress I've made on the two costumes I'm currently working on. This first costume is based on the character Atolia from Megan Whalen Turner's The Queen's Thief series. I highly recommend it if you're interested in fantasy and historical fiction. This week, I've been focusing a lot on the tunic and the belt. I had done some draping earlier to mock up what the tunic might look like, and I took that work I'd done and made a pattern. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough for me to cut out the pieces with the real fabric. I sewed the sides and shoulders together, and then I realized I had a bit of a problem. So I realized while making this costume that the fabric I have here really doesn't want to drape the way I want. So I've ended up kind of sculpting it, and I have interfacing back here, and so I'm going to iron this sculpting on to try to give it an idea of that draping. I did that, and here's what it looks like. It's a bit more stiff than I would have liked, but I'm hoping it will relax as I work with it and continue adjusting. I've also been doing a lot of work on the belt. Here, you can see me working on the embroidery for it, which I've made decent progress on. There's still a lot more to go, so I'll be working on that for the next week or two. My goals for this week are to finish the armholes on the tunic and to get the waistline pleats pinned and sewed in place. I also hope to trace the embroidery onto the bottom of the tunic. The second costume I've been working on this week is actually just in the beginning stages. It's based off of the book Good Night, Mr. Knight by Dan Yaccarino, and is also based off of this stuffed animal. The goal is to make a suit that will light up like stars using LEDs. One of my big worries for the Mr. Knight project is lighting. I want everything to be able to light up at once, preferably using only one controller. Originally, I thought about using an Arduino or some other microcomputer to program that, but I quickly realized power would be a huge problem. So I found these remote-controlled battery-powered LED strips on Amazon, and I will link that below. And luckily, when I take the remote and hit the on button, they both turn on. They have a bunch of different light settings. I will probably just use this first one because it has a nice star-like twinkle that I think will work really well for this project. They are a little bit hit and miss on when they turn on. Sometimes only one works, sometimes they both go, but it's good enough. I will probably use 5 of these, 2 for the pants, 2 for the jacket, and 1 for the hat. I've also ordered a sample of the fabric I think I want to use. The original character's suit is dark blue velvet, and I've found a listing on Etsy that I think will be the perfect color. For this project, my main goal for the next week is to buy the lining fabric. Ideally, I'd like to also start working on making a mock-up to test the patterns that I have picked out, but that's definitely a stretch goal. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more like this, you can check out my website at eds-costumes.com, and I'll hopefully be uploading more videos to my YouTube and my Tumblr, both of which will be linked in the description.